How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys some ranked seasons gameplay. I'm at 838 rating. I'm trying to make World Series in the next couple of games, but before I get into the gameplay, I want to quickly talk a little bit about what's upcoming in MLB The Show. We do see a live stream Thursday, 2 days from now, 3 p.m. Pacific time, so that's going to be nice. 6 p.m. Eastern, they're going to be going over some of July flashbacks, the Tops Now players, and the Player of the Month cards. It's also National Baseball Card Day, so we may get something for that, as well as the Twitch drop packs that you just get for watching the stream, so that's going to be cool. We don't have an updated schedule quite yet in MLB The Show 19, but we do see on the 9th we'll get those July flashbacks into the game. If you guys are following me on Twitter, you did see that I retweeted out MLB The Show's post about revealing one of those cards in advance. They might reveal one of those cards tomorrow if they get enough likes on the post, so definitely follow me over there, like their post as well. And I always try and retweet the MLB The Show posts whenever they do, and whenever I see them, just because I want to give you guys the best updated information possible. But this is going to be the squad, a 98 overall team, as we see here in the previous screenshot. But just to quickly go over the lineup, I recently picked up the Josh Donaldson. I also picked up the Bob Gibson. I did a Josh Donaldson debut, but I have yet to try out this Bob Gibson, so hopefully we get him in this next ranked seasons game. The few times I've faced him, he hasn't really been that effective against me, but I am getting closer to the level 99 choice pack as well. You do get the 2 remaining Signature Series cards that you haven't yet chosen at this level, so I will be selecting Joe Morgan and Brooks Robinson. I'm excited to use the Joe Morgan. I don't really know if I'm going to use the Brooks Robinson, but anyway, enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. We're not using Bob Gibson, but we are going up against him in this video. And once again, I have Nolan Ryan on the mound. It seems like he's been pitching like every game for me recently. He's pitched probably the last 3 or 4 ranked seasons games that I've played, or friendly games included. But to start this game off, we have Tony Gwynn up at the plate. And I'm looking for the fastball. I mean, if I can sit on it, just that fastball for Bob Gibson, then I should be all right. He throws it up and inside, and I was able to shoot it the other way into the gap. We're playing at Fenway Park, so kind of a different dimensions out there. It has the jagged outfield. Kind of goes in and out, but certain places are longer than others, and then of course the Green Monster. So I have a lot of right-handed hitters, only a few lefties and a couple switch hitters. So I am looking to use that short porch in left field to my advantage with the amount of right-handed hitters that I have in the lineup. But this opponent also has a good amount of righties as well, and I'm using Nolan Ryan. So it's going to be a good matchup in this game. We already have a guy on second base. I was unable to get the job done with Willie Mays. I lined out to third base, but realistically could have easily popped up in foul territory. I got lucky that he wasn't able to get to the baseball. Lou Gehrig is an absolute machine. This card is the best hitting card in the game, at least for me. Since I've picked him up, he has absolutely gone off, hitting over 450, multiple extra base hits, and that home run. Once again, another RBI, 2-run shot from Lou Gehrig. Josh Donaldson has also been really good since I picked him up. There he's ripping a single through the shift, and Rogers Hornsby is also going to line one to left field, so I'm squaring the ball up consistently in this first inning. Haven't gotten rewarded on all of the good swings, but I've also gotten lucky with a couple bad swings that resulted in foul balls, if that makes sense. So far, good inning in the first one. I was able to square the ball up, score a couple runs. The opponent threw the fastball up and inside a couple times. I was able to hit it pretty hard, so I'll have to look for that as well. I also wanted to test him, throwing the ball up and in. There I'm facing his creative player, going with the fastball low and away, trying to mix in all his quadrants of the zone with this Nolan Ryan. I don't really control him very well. He does have really good stats in terms of control on his fastball and his 12-6 curveball, but I tend to hang the 12-6 curveball almost every time I'm using it, early on in the game especially. So I have to be careful with that. I went with the changeup this time, and he ripped it through the right side there for a base hit. Roberto Alomar is an absolute beast in this game, and I've always used that card at second base. I think I've only taken him out one time, and that was recently for the Josh Donaldson debut. But I know I go up against that Roberto Alomar card a lot. He does have really good speed. That's why I won't be using Joe Morgan when I do unlock him. Won't be using him at second. But anyway, this opponent was starting to string together a couple base knocks, being very aggressive at the plate, and scored a run right there. So it cuts the lead in half. It's a 2-1 game, and he also has a guy on third base with 1 out. He has the center fielder Adam Jones up, the Signature Series version, and he hits one hard to third base. We both had a line out in the first inning that could have really changed the entire inning. If that last hit the opponent had got down the line, then we're looking at a different ball game. as well as if Willie Mays' line drive got down the line, then Lou Gehrig hits the home run. Just changes the game a little bit, but nonetheless, we both hit the ball hard, and well in the first inning, and just didn't get the results that we were kind of looking for. Easily could have scored a couple more runs just there in the first, but I just like to mention that anytime it does happen. We're in the second inning now. This opponent got me with the fastball inside, may have been a sinker. Did have a little bit of good movement on that one, tailing in to Rickey Henderson. Totally fooled me. I wasn't expecting him to go with the fastball up and inside. He was pitching me away. But once again, I'm trying to bounce back with Nolan Ryan after struggling a little bit in the first inning with him. I did have to take a mound visit once we had a kind of a jam in the first. And then once again, already here in the second inning, he starts it off with a leadoff double. So that's not going to be good. I did throw that fastball over the middle of the plate with early feedback. Luckily, he jams himself there on a pitch I threw on the inside corner. I thought that he would run back to second base with Yadier Molina, but I don't know what happened there. I mean, Lou Gehrig cancels the throw, throws him out at third still, and I think I just got really lucky with the slide that he had and the fact that he pretty much threw it right to the glove, and he slid right into the glove as the ball was there. So that was kind of an interesting play. But we're facing his creative player once again after Bob Gibson gets a base knock. And if he would have just been less aggressive in that situation, not try to advance with Yadier Molina, he probably scores that run. I mean, back-to-back base knocks, there would have only been one down in the inning. I know he was trying to get him to third base to score him on a sac fly or something like that, but still, this early in the game, I don't think you need to be that aggressive. But at the same time, if it works out, then I'm not saying that. So we do have the bases loaded, and this totally changed the inning. I mean, 2 down in the inning. I got the strikeout. That opponent really could have broken the game open a little bit if he would have been a little bit more patient. I was struggling to locate with Nolan Ryan, and he drew the walk with Roberto Alomar on four pitches, and then he was swinging away with Duke Snider. So that was a little bit interesting. I kind of picked up on that, and I will try and use that to my advantage later on in this game. I thought I hit that one out with Tony Gwynn. I squared that one up, but now I'm looking to get the inning started with Willie Mays. So we have a 2-1 count here, and I'm looking for a pitch inside. Kind of throws that one a little bit wild. I think he was trying to throw low and away there. But he might come back with the slider right here. Goes with the fastball. 3-1 fastball. I was definitely late on that one. And late okay. If I would have been sitting on that, I could have sent it over the batter's eye. But I wasn't looking for the fastball, and I just swung really to just fight that one off. But he does go with the slider or the curveball. I think that was a curveball there. And I ripped it through the just past the shortstop, just out of reach of the shortstop. It brings up Lou Gehrig once again. Already has the home run in this game, and I just waited on that one a little bit too long. I didn't react to it quite as well as I would have liked to, and I could have sent that one off the batter's eye, I think. But I just popped it up, and that's going to be the second out in this inning. But Josh Donaldson is going to continue this inning on with the base knock down the line. Solid hit. Hit it a little bit too hard to advance to second base on that, though, especially like a 300-foot left field. But Rogers Hornsby is cashing in the run, so that's a huge 2-out rally. I mean, once I got 2 outs, I was able to get a couple knocks and extend the inning a little bit. Brings up Roberto Alomar with a chance to score another run. I hit that one hard. I was looking for the fastball inside. I squared it up. I got on top of it, though. That's how it was hit to first base. Joey Votto has pretty good fielding over there, and that's who's up at the plate right now. Joey Votto had a base knock in the first inning and actually loaded up the bases, got the rally going for him, and actually might have cashed in the only run in the game so far. But anyway, I got him to pop up right there. 3-1 game in the third inning here. Trying to get the opponent to chase a little bit. He had been laying off a few borderline pitches, and I was really struggling to locate with Nolan Ryan to this point. That was probably the best fastball I've thrown with the best feedback, and it resulted in a ball. I was trying to throw it on the inside corner, and just with the randomness in this game sometimes of pitching, it just makes it a little bit more difficult to pitch with guys that don't have the best control or the best walks per 9. Even when you get good blinking feedback on a pitch, it doesn't always go quite where you want it to, and that's really tough. That just makes it a little bit, I guess, more challenging to pitch with those types of players. I recently put Pablo Sanchez back in at catcher, and that's nice because right there he's able to rip a double the other way, a little bit of a late swing, but he does have the power and the exit velocity to smack that one to the opposite field. I do line out with him quite a bit, but it's better than the contact-focused player, at least for me, at catcher. Rickey Henderson, he went with the fastball earlier in that game, and I was waiting for that one inside. He struck me out on the first one. He went right back to it, and I hit it out for a no-doubter. That's that Rickey Henderson animation. It's a really nice no-doubter animation, probably the best one in this game. But I don't really know what happened right here. After I struck out with Nolan Ryan, the game kind of like froze a little bit. I Wasn't sure if it was my connection. I've been having some internet connection issues. That's why I haven't been live on Twitch. My power also recently went out, so I've been having a little bit of bad luck. So I thought I was actually going to get the disconnect and the loss for this game, but luckily we get the win. In the previous game of Ranked Seasons, I disconnected before there was even a pitch thrown or the opponent just dashboarded. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I think I might go ahead and try and make World Series off stream for this season and just upload some videos as long as it works perfectly, and hopefully everything goes well. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Wasn't able to debut Bob Gibson, but I was able to at least go up against him. But thank you guys, and peace out.